Come stay down here at the bottom. Yeah. Okay. This is, you know, in the Olympics when they have those P&G commercials that are saying like, this is for all the mothers. This is one of them. Okay, this is Mama Kohala. Sorry, I don't know your first name. What's your first name?
Anne, yeah.
I can do that name. There's a lot of hard names. Yeah. And okay, Anne Kohala has 2 children racing, which must be stressful to watch your kids.
Yeah, but you get used to it. They've been luges for such a long time now, so.
So a little background on Swedish sliding, and correct me. So for Sweden, even though it's up in those colder countries, there's actually not a strong sliding program. So to have Swedish athletes is a very big deal. To have you guys out here and to be competing, and your home track they would consider as Lillehammer, right?
Exactly. That's where we bring our clubs, our smaller kids, and also here in Sigulda we bring them.
So the amount of work, like think about, I feel like I'm talking directly to all these people watching, and I want them to know how cool it is that we have Sweden. So when you think about Germany, they have after-school programs where they just go to tracks, and it's like really simple, and they have a ton of kids that are flocking to the track. But for Sweden, you have to recruit kids to come and get them to do it. So how do you guys go about your recruiting process?
I would say, especially Tove and Svante, is the guys who show that this sport works for even a Swede to do. Yeah. So they are very, very important for the Swedish luge.
You guys, yeah, no, truly, and you guys look great. I mean, the jackets, everything. Yes, you look incredible. And yesterday, Svante had his best finish ever.
Yeah, it was amazing. It was so. It was for the whole team, the whole Swedish luge family. It was amazing.
So he finished 3rd in Nations Cup, which is a big deal for some of these smaller nations. To even get into the World Cup is a big deal, and then to medal on Nations Cup. So were people at home watching? Were they excited for him?
Yeah, they were very. It was really fantastic.
And on a track, this track is very difficult. And for him, I mean, we would call that in America a boss move. Yeah, it was a boss move doing so well on this track. So for Tove, like, do they get along and are they competitive? Your 2 children in sliding?
All the time, in everything, in everything. Yeah.
So sliding was a good way to get those competitive juices out.
Yeah, when they always angry at each other when you speak of the other one when they are racing. so they're competing. Yeah. So actually, Tove, I think the success that Svante had done this year, I think Tove's a lot of it. Yeah, she had pressed him to do better.
Yes. Yeah. I have brothers too, so I understand her. Yeah, Svante's older, Tove's younger. So for the Swedish program, how do you guys make it run? Like, I think your husband mentioned that's a lot of volunteer work. Like, it's a lot of people working together. Like, I'm just astonished at how you're able to come to these races. It's so different for smaller nations.
Yeah. We have one coach, and that's Hasse, and he has the senior team, he has a junior team, and he also has the club. So he's coaching everyone. So one day he's at the Olympics, and the next week he's in Lillehammer with small kids and training. So he have to think both.
So did
high level, and if you're very low level. So
which most teams will have maybe 3 coaches for each level. So the amount of work is just insane. So did you used to slide? How did you just married into the sliding family?
Married into the sliding. I met Hasse at Lillehammer in '94, the Olympic. Yep.
Were you watching the Olympics, or what were you doing?
I was working in Norway that time, so it was the first time for me to see the sport. So it was like, wow.
Insane, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. How is this crazy guy?
Why would anyone want to do this?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's what my parents thought the whole time too. Yeah, we understand. I get it. So are you staying here for next week as well?
No, I'm going home for work, so I'm on my holiday now, so yeah.
Good for you. Well, I imagine for the amount of sliding that you've watched, you could also be a coach.
No, I take care of the small kids home. That's fun. And I also have a coach at home who's helping us with the club, so it's great.
Super cool. Well, I know there's probably Swedish fans watching today. It's fun. Is there anything you'd like to say to them in Swedish? I mean, this is your moment.
Yeah.
You're a star now. Mom behind the
I
scenes.
just want to say thank you to everyone who's helping us with this. It's amazing. It's fantastic.
And if anyone wants to support Swedish Luge, do you have a website or how can they support you?
Contact us. They know how to find us.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know how to find this, and if you don't know, then contact FIL Luge Studio and we will find them. So anyways, good luck this season. We're so happy you guys are here, and congratulations on all the success so far. Amazing. Yes, thank you, Ann. Ann Kohala, the woman behind the scenes. You're incredible. You're incredible. Thank you so much. We'll see you next run. Bye, Ann. Okay, that just like made me feel so many good things. I love meeting the parents behind how this all works, because it really takes really great parents to get into this, because there's not necessarily tracks in everyone's backyard. It's not something that kids can just like go do for fun. It's a dangerous sport and we need a lot of support. So the Swedish team, I was talking to her husband, who's the coach that she was mentioning. I was talking to him in the first World Cup in Austria, and he was saying how what like a village. It takes a village to have Sweden be on the sliding tour, because they don't have a home track. I don't know how they recruit these kids, because there's no home track in Sweden, and they have to go to Norway to compete. So you have to convince these little 10-year-olds to say, hey, come to Norway with us, and you want to go 60 miles an hour down this track. Like, it's just such a labor of love for the passion for the sport, and then it's showing off in their kids. Svante yesterday collecting a bronze medal from Nations, and then today he's in the World Cup. So anyways, I'm a Swedish sliding fan. I love supporting Swedish sliding, because it's also important to see more nations in our sport, and just to see more representation. So anyways, maybe we'll get her husband on. Maybe the kids will come on too. But this is what this studio show is all about, is we're trying to meet everybody behind the sport, so you guys know like who's here at the races. And you guys, if you haven't been to a race, you guys should come out, make the trip. It's a lot of fun. Obviously, can we just turn around really quick and show this band playing? Because this is pretty epic. Like, look at the commitment to these World Cup races. And there's a whole crowd down there too. So if you haven't been to a luge race, you're missing out, and we want you to come. And Latvia puts on a massive show, a full-on rock band down at the bottom. Just incredible. So anyways, all the athletes are back at the top. They're getting ready for run number 2. Maybe one of these segments will go to the top in between runs, and we can show all the preparation that goes into the second run as well, because they don't just show up to the track and just go blitz 2 runs through. There's a lot of prep that happens in between. So we're going to take a short break, a couple minutes. I'm going to do a time check to see how far we are from the second run. So everybody just hang out, and we'll be back in a few.